Namaste. Before following any advice or practices suggested in this video, it is always suggested that you consult with your doctor as to its suitability, especially if you suffer from any health problems or special conditions. Yamajit, Joan Hollinsby Mayer, and Tridevi Chamunda Mandir cannot accept any responsibility for any injuries or damages incurred as a result of the exercises and meditations contained in this video. Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. I'm Yamajit and glad that you joined me this evening. I'd like to say namaste to Rafa and Susan who've just joined me at this moment, and I invite anybody else to. So I'd like to welcome everyone to our Tuesday satsang, and this is the second installment of our gentle yoga and meditations for the chakras. So tonight we're going to honor the sacral chakra in the lower abdomen. Before we begin, I'd like to make a couple of announcements. So this coming Friday at 7 o'clock, we'll be doing a guided yoga nidra meditation. And the following Friday, we'll be doing a fire puja to the collection of 8 goddesses known as the Ashtamatrika, or 8 Little Mothers. We recently completed a series of pujas and satsangs dedicated to those forms of the Divine Mother. So, in discussing the second chakra, I'd like to share just a little bit of information. I'm going to reference from my third book, Kali Meditation, Book 3. So the pelvic or sacral chakra, known as Svadhisthana, its location is in the uterus, prostate, ovaries, and testes. Its tattva symbol, which is related to Apis, the water element, is a silvery white crescent moon. Once again, in this particular series, we're going to use some very old and traditional colors for the chakras. The rainbow colors that you tend to see only go back to around 1971. These are considerably much older. So its element is water. Its bij mantra, its seed mantra is Vam, and we'll be reciting that over and over during part of our meditation. And the attributes of this chakra include sex, reproduction, creativity, the arts, idea manifestation, bringing ideas into reality, transmitting knowledge to the next generation, heredity, life, death, and rebirth. So these are all attributes to the second chakra. So some symptomologies for blockages in the second chakra can include sexual difficulties, but also anxieties, depression, or other things that can be associated with this chakra as well, and insecurities in addition. So to begin, we're going to start with a simple puja, and our puja mantra, like last week, is going to be the seed mantras to the first 6 chakras. The 7th chakra, the crown chakra, doesn't have a mantra. It's just silence. Witness this puja and take part in this practice. I invite you to just think about some simple issue in your life, something that's ready for healing or transformation. And just acknowledge to yourself that taking part in our puja tonight will be an important first step in the resolution of that issue. You can also, in addition, think of somebody close to you at this time. So again, namaste, welcome, Jai Mata Di. So to begin, I invite you to bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. And we'll begin our practice tonight. Inhale. Om. Om. Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yashmade Padaksham Sabhyabhyanta Sushi. Om Bhakratunda Makaya Suryakoti Samaprama Nirvignam Kurumudeva Sabakaryam Sine. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Sri Guru Venama. Jai Guru. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukameva Bandhanan Michur Mukshyamamritan. Om Namah Shivaya. Devi Prapanote Hare Prasida Vishve Sparate Vishvam Tvameshwara Devi Chachara Charasya Jema Devi. Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shama Shivadatri Svasvada Namostute Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Jaya Bhutita Harani Jaya Sarvagati Devi Kalaratri Namostute Jema Kali. Om Lam Vam Ramiyam Ham 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 Ham Om. Lam Vam Ramyam 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 Ham Om. Jimakali. So we begin our practice in simple sitting. Just finding a comfortable cross-legged position, seated on the floor with a cushion under your hips. If that doesn't work for you, you could also use a chair. I invite you now to close your eyes and just begin by taking some long, slow, deep breaths. Completely filling and emptying the lungs. Inhaling from belly to throat. Exhaling from throat to belly. Breathing away the cares and the concerns of the day. Focusing yourself on this present moment. And just acknowledging that you're giving this time to yourself for healing and balance and becoming closer to the divine within and without. And just letting your breath return to normal. And slowly opening your eyes. And I invite you now to straighten both legs. Roll the shoulders back, bringing the fingers to the mat. And finding staff pose Dandasana. Just taking a couple of breaths here. And then raising the right leg and cradling the lower part of the leg. And first, just beginning to open up that hip joint by moving the leg back and forth a few times. Like you're cradling an infant. And then rotating at the hip. First in one direction, then in the opposite direction. And then straightening that leg. Take a couple of breaths. Just feel the effects of our practice thus far. And then lifting the left leg, cradling the lower part. And again, beginning just with some gentle rocking. Just warming up that joint and the surrounding muscles. And then making circles. First in one direction, then in the next, in the opposite. And then straightening the leg. Taking a couple more breaths. And then bringing the soles of the feet together. The cobbler's pose. We're going to be doing a forward bend here. If at any point the lower back becomes uncomfortable, you can always move the feet more forward to relieve pressure on that area. Taking a nice deep breath, sitting up tall, and then exhale, hinging at the hips, sliding the hands across your mat, keeping the upper back straight, just finding that comfortable stopping point, which is right for you at this moment. Breathing deeply in Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Coming deeper into the pose if breath and body allows. And then inhale, pressing back up. Sitting tall, taking a couple more breaths. Again, just feeling the effects. And returning back to our starting pose. And inhale tall again. Exhale, hinging at the hips, coming forward. Beginning to rotate at the right, inhaling as you come back. Exhaling as you come forward. Just making circles and gently massaging the internal organs of the lower abdomen. And then reversing directions with the next inhalation. One more. And coming back to center, taking some breaths. Just checking in with your body. I'm going to demonstrate the next pose more sideways so you can see better. But I invite you to transition to your hands and knees, finding tabletop. The hands should be stacked directly under the shoulders, elbows slightly bent. The knees just under the hips, about hip width apart. Backs of the feet against the mat. And inhale, bringing up the head, bringing the stomach down toward the floor. And exhale, bending the spine, bringing the chin to the chest. And we're just going to do a few rounds of cat-cow just to gently move the spine forward and backwards. And then inhale. And inhale, bending at the knees, bringing the hands forward, bringing the forehead to the mat. Finding extended child's pose, you can widen your knees if there's discomfort. Breathing deeply. Just resting in what is actually one of the most simple inversion poses. And inhale. And exhale, pressing up, coming back to tabletop. Just resting in tabletop for a moment. And then bringing your right knee and foot forward, placing the foot between your hands. You can lengthen the left foot and inhale, coming up straight, arms overhead. And finding low lunge. And inhale, reaching up, and exhale, bringing the hands back to the mat, coming back to tabletop. Just finding that safest way to come back on your hands and knees. Take a couple of breaths. And then with the next inhalation, bringing the left foot forward, extending the left leg if that's comfortable. And inhale, coming up straight, arms overhead. And finding that extended lunge on the other side. Next time you practice this, you might want to have a folded blanket under your knees, just for a little additional comfort, if you feel like you need it. And inhale. And exhale, bringing your hands back to the mat and just finding that safe way to come back to tabletop and just rest in tabletop for a moment. And then coming to standing, whichever way works for your body at this point. Bringing the feet about hip width apart, slight bend to the knees, rolling the shoulders back, bringing the palms forward. And something else you can do for stability is lifting all 10 toes and bringing the toes back to the mat, starting with the little toe to the big toe, just to help reestablish that arch. Focusing your gaze straight ahead and finding Tadasana or mountain pose. Nice pose of stability, groundedness. And then I invite you to widen your stance a little bit, bending your knees so the knees are coming out in opposite directions, bringing cactus arms, and finding goddess pose. Breathing. This is one you could also do seated on a chair. Pretty much everything we're doing, if you look back on some earlier broadcasts, you can find chair yoga versions of this. And then inhale, straightening the knees, bringing the hands back down, bringing the feet back to shoulder length, finding shoulder width, rolling your shoulders back, finding mountain again. And then bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Inhale, bringing the arms overhead, palms together, slight back bend. And exhale, swan diving down, hinging at the hips. Slight bend to the knees. Bringing the fingers to the mat, or you can grasp each elbow. And just breathing in a nice forward fold. And then as you inhale, coming up very slowly, just stacking one vertebra at a time, rolling the shoulders back, palms forward, slight bend to the knees, and finding mountain one last time. Reposition myself a little bit. And then finding a safe way to come back to tabletop. And then bending the elbows, straightening the legs, bringing the chin to the mat. The hands are just right near the shoulders. Finding chaturanga or crocodile. And then as you inhale, sliding the forearms forward, engaging the core, pressing the backs of the feet into the mat, lifting up to navel level, and taking some breaths. In Sphinx pose, this is a variation of Bhujangasana or Cobra. Good. And then inhale. Exhale, coming back down into crocodile. Just resting for a moment. And then inhale. And exhale, engaging the arms, coming back into tabletop. And this time, bringing the head and the hips together, flexing the spine on the right. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, repeating the motion on the left. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, right. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, left. Let's do one more on each side. Good, and then inhale. Just resting for a moment. And then finding the safest way in which you can return from tabletop back to simple sitting. I'm purposely being a little bit gentle because I still have a knee that's recovering from a rather serious sprain. And just taking 2 or 3 breaths in simple sitting. And then inhale, raising the left hand. Exhale, bringing it to the right knee. Inhale, kickstanding the right arm around, bringing the fingers to the mat. Back is straight. And feeling a nice twist to the right. And a nice deep inhale. And exhale, coming back to neutral. Take a couple of breaths. And then inhale, raising the right arm. Exhale, bringing it to the left knee. Inhale, kickstanding the left arm around, bringing the fingers to the mat. And breathing. Twisting gently to the left. And inhale. And exhale, coming back to neutral. Take a couple more breaths. And then straightening both legs, separating the feet. Just coming to a distance between the feet that's comfortable for you as an individual. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, sliding the hands forward. Just doing a wide-angled forward fold, breathing. If you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, you can always grab the feet for a little leverage. Just doing what body and breath tell you. And then inhale, coming back up, resting for a couple of breaths. Returning again to simple sitting. And resting for just a minute. And now we're going to transition onto our back. We're going to do one more asana before we go into Shavasana on our backs and begin our meditation. So coming onto your back with your legs raised, grabbing the feet with your hands, finding happy baby, straightening and bending the knees while you rock back and forth on your back. And then bringing your feet to the mat. Finding a comfortable distance for your hands away from the body, palms up. Straightening both legs, feet a comfortable distance apart, and dropping apart. If you want to have a blanket over yourself, you're welcome to do that. You could also have a little pillow behind your head to help open the airway, or maybe a cushion or two under your knees or a rolled blanket. So there's all kinds of variations for Shavasana. And if lying on the floor is just not for you tonight, you can also do this as a seated meditation as well, either seated on the floor in easy pose like I'm doing, or you could even, again, sit with a straight back in a chair. But either way, I invite you to close your eyes and breathe deeply. And once again, just resume that slow, deep yogic breath that we began our practice with. And begin to feel as if a blanket of relaxation is beginning to cover you. Feeling your toes relax and your feet, your ankles and your lower legs, the calf muscles. Feel the knees relaxing. Relax the thighs and the hips. Relaxing the lower abdomen and the lower back. Relaxing the upper abdomen and the curvature and the curve of the lumbar spine. Relaxing your chest and your upper back. Relaxing your hands and fingers, your wrists. Relaxing the lower arms, the elbows, the upper arms. Relaxing your shoulders. Relaxing the neck and the throat. Relaxing the face and the jaw and the tongue. Maybe move the jaw a little bit around just to relieve some tension. Relaxing the back of the head and the scalp. And finally, relaxing your closed eyes. Letting your eyes be like two still, dark pools. And continue to breathe deeply. And let each inhalation carry you deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation. And as you exhale, just release all the tensions that might exist on a physical or mental level. So breathing out anything that is not harmonious, and going deeper and deeper into relaxation with each in-breath. So I invite you now to take a deep, clearing breath and let your breath and attention shift now to your lower abdomen. Just find yourself breathing in and out through that area just behind the pubic bone. Just simply breathe slowly and deeply into this area. And let yourself become aware of whatever just might come into your realm of awareness. It could be physical sensations or thoughts, feelings, memories, mental pictures. Whatever they are, just allow yourself to be a silent witness to these things from a safe distance, just being a non-attached observer, not letting yourself become affected, just letting whatever manifests appear and then just fade away. Just let them come and go as you breathe, and focus on the center of Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra. Now as you breathe, just let your awareness slowly expand from that chakra center behind the pubic bone to include the sexual organs, the ovaries or testes, uterus, prostate, the bladder, the kidneys, the adrenals, and the lower back. Just continue to breathe and focus on these areas. And just continue to silently witness those things which manifest as they appear and as they fade away. And as you continue your deep breathing, I invite you to begin to visualize a silvery crescent moon in the night sky. A moon whose light is being reflected in a calm, dark ocean. This moon is the symbol for Apis, the water element. And just begin to feel the silvery light filling your lower abdomen and lower back with comforting and healing energy. And I invite you now to begin to silently chant to yourself the seed mantra VAM with each inhalation and exhalation. Just inhale VAM and exhale VAM. And as you breathe and chant, begin to witness the light becoming brighter and pleasantly cooler. And feel the moon's associated waters cleansing the regions of your lower abdomen, the lower back, the urinary and reproductive organs. Just energizing and cleansing this area. And just feel the ocean waves carrying away your worries, your tensions, your self-judgments, and any negative emotions. I invite you now to take a deep and clearing breath. And at this point, just allow your breath to return to normal and allow your mind to rest in a place of safety, stillness, and silence. And as you relax in this place, I invite you to silently repeat the following affirmations with me. I attract people who treat me with respect. I enjoy pleasures in all areas of my life. My emotions are free-flowing and balanced. I am a creative being. It is my birthright to receive pleasure. I honor the sacred body in which my soul resides. I welcome sensuality into my life. My intuitive senses are awakened. I embrace my vibrant sensuality and sexuality. All creative endeavors nourishes my soul and brings me joy. I am a lovable and desirable being. I am comfortable in my body, and I treat my body with care. Sex is a sacred connection. And I am connected with the divine within and without. I allow my creativity to flow, and it flows through me freely. I receive pleasure and abundance with every breath I take. It is easy to let go of past feelings that no longer serve me. I choose to feel joy and excitement often. I am spontaneous and allow my intuition to guide me. I feel safe enjoying sensuality and sexuality. I feel comfort and safety in all things. I breathe in powerful, silvery, healing light. I invite you now to take a deep and clearing breath. Become aware of your surroundings again. The sound of my voice and the sound of the bell, and any other sounds that are in your surroundings. Become aware of the sensation of your body lying upon the floor, temperature of the air on your skin, the clothes that cover you. I invite you to slowly Move your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, your arms and your legs. And just give a little stretch. And when you feel ready, just rolling over onto one side and just resting on your side for a few moments, keeping your eyes closed. And then, while your eyes are still closed, engaging your arms and slowly bringing you back into a seated position. Just resting for a moment. And bringing the palms of your hands together and rubbing them vigorously to generate heat. And placing the palms of your hands over your closed eyes. And slowly opening your eyes as you let a little bit of light in through your fingers. And you can massage your face and your scalp and back of your neck, shoulders, arms. And bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center as you listen to our benediction. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Taking a moment and acknowledging the divine that is present within and without. Giving gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice tonight. And namaste. And blessings always. And thank you for being here. And just looking at the screen, Deborah, namaste. Again, namaste to Rafa and Susan and everybody else. Looks like there's about 7 of you there. Have a wonderful night. And let there be peace with tomorrow's very important events. Have a wonderful couple of days ahead. And I look forward to you joining me for our Yoga Nidra meditation on Friday at 7. Blessings always. And Jai Mata Di. And good night.